What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back in with a new video. And today, it is time that we continue discussing the Anheuser-Busch boycott. As many of you probably know, I think all of you know, Anheuser-Busch has been suffering a major boycott in the past couple of weeks after they tried to force transgenderism into beer. Yeah, I mean, they had the pronoun beer cans. I mean, they had this loser, Mulvaney, who's, what's the appeal of this loser? Except being transgender? And well, to say it's been a disaster for Busch is an understatement. You have videos of Boston Red Sox games where nobody's at the Bud Light, area where you get the Bud Light beer. But everybody's at Coors Light, etc. It's been a disaster for Bud Light. Or I should say Busch as a whole. But in particular, Bud Light's the one that got the biggest amount of heat. But Busch as a whole has been getting hammered by this disaster. Now, before we continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the Twitter account in the description down below, guys. Go follow Real American Politics on Twitter. It's a great Twitter account to follow. Of course, go follow the Rumble page for exclusive content. And of course, join the channel today. Guys, just for $3 a month, you could join Real American, which is a phenomenal deal, as it helps support the daily content we all know and love. You love the daily content? Well, this is the best way to support it. So I hope and recommend you join the channel today. Alright, everybody, let's get into it. So, Anheuser-Busch has been suffering a serious boycott, and to say it's been a disaster has been an understatement. In-store sales of Bud Light has dropped 26% in the final week of April, following consumer pushback in the wake of company's decision to partner with transgender social media personality Dylan Mulvaney. It's been a disaster, to say the least. I mean, you don't go down 26% in the final week. Overall, their percent's gone down 8%. 8%. Their market shares collapsed. It's been a disaster. Well, it seems like this finally worked. A boycott, by the right, turns out they do work. The Busch CEO shifts blame on Bud Light Mulvaney ads, not a formal campaign. So yeah, the parent company of Bud Light is Anheuser-Busch. Busch owns, all that stuff. They own a lot of beer brands in America. And they've been getting hammered. But in particular, Bud Light has been the one getting hammered the most. Because that's what everybody assumes is with Bud Light. But Busch is also owning them, and they are suffering a major hit as well. We need to clarify the facts that this was one can, one influencer, one post, and not a campaign. Michael Dukakis, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, excuse me, told investors during an earnings call, the CEO. He went on to decry the misinformation spread on social media after Mulvaney last month posted a photo with Bud Light while in a bathtub on TikTok to her more than 10 million followers, or his more than 10 million followers. The company faced immediate blowback, that's an understatement, from many conservative regions of the country. What are you talking about? Not just conservative, people that don't give a shit. I mean, who gives a shit about transgender stuff? They just want to drink beer. Now, I probably will never drink beer. I have my own personal reasons, but I can understand. These guys are just like, I got done with a long day's work. I just want to sit back, have a beer. I don't want to look at my beer can and see a pronoun on it. Calls for a Bud Light boycott have threatened its leading position as the country's most popular brand. Yeah, it's been a complete and total disaster for Busch. He then echoed the flat apology offered by Bud Light CEO Brendan Whitworth on April 14th. We will continue to learn, meet the moment in time, all be stronger, and we will work tirelessly to do what we do best. Bring people together over a beer and create a future. More cheers. So yeah, they're essentially saying, we didn't actually mean this. And they essentially blame some marketing company, even though the head of marketing of, I believe it was Bud Light, it could have been Busch, one of the two. Either way, it doesn't matter. She was the one that pushed it. But don't worry, guys. It was totally this outside media company that push this marketing campaign. We at Bud Light didn't have anything involved with this. Well, that's bullshit. That is total bullshit. We all know you guys were trying to get away with it. It backfired. It was perfect. I mean, this was what a boycott's supposed to do. Force a company to stop being losers and idiots. And this is what I'm telling people. If we do more of these boycotts, and by the way, keep up the pressure on Busch. Do not fall for this crap, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to get some of their base back. Don't fall for it until they completely disavow the entire transgender stuff, whatever, and just say, we're out of politics, we will not make any more political statements, we're done. Then go back. Until they promise that, do not buy a single beer from these losers. It's a waste of money. It tastes like piss, let's be real here. That's from everything I've heard, at least. And overall, it's a big corporation. Support smaller businesses across your area. Don't support these big beer companies. Oh, it costs more for smaller businesses. Yeah, but they probably taste better. They're not political. And overall, they give a shit about their consumer. I mean, who in Busch seriously thought the white blue-collar dude down the street was going to be fine with this pronoun can? Yeah, it was a disaster overall. But here's the funny part. The second these clowns say we're wrong, we're not going to continue the campaign, these transgender losers, these activists, whatever you want to call them, they're preparing to make Bud Light extinct. I hope you clowns know there's virtually none of you people that actually drink beer. I mean, the vast majority of people that drink beer are blue-collar dudes that just got done with work. That's the vast majority of people that drink stuff like Busch. So, yeah, it was a disaster for the Busch, and they have pissed everybody off. They pissed off the activists. They pissed off anybody with a brain. I mean, who's left? Who's going to really want to drink Bud Light? There's more and more people moving to smaller brands that are not political, that are like, we're pro-America. We're not political. We just want to be a good beer brand. There's going to be more of these smaller companies that do expand more, in my opinion. There already are. There's one that, I can't think of the name of it, but it's like one of the oldest brands in America, and it appears they're actually having a success. They're actually having some pretty good success recently. So that's what I'm saying. Support your smaller companies. Do not support these big enterprises until they learn, stay out of politics, do not support this mutilation of our kids, and then we may come back. That's how you do it. And this is a good place to start. Start boycotting most of Hollywood. There's a couple Hollywood movies here and there that are good, that are not woke, like Puss in Boots. That's just an example. But I'm talking about the vast majority are woke. They have some secret political message about activism and all this other nonsense. Until Hollywood stops it, boycott most movies. Only go to the ones that you know aren't political. They're not pushing some crappy message about transgenderism and all that other stuff. That's how you have change. And Bud Light, that's how you make Bud Light. A couple weeks ago, they were saying, we're never going to bend the knee on this too. We're sorry. We did not orchestrate this ad campaign, even though the head of marketing pushed for it. We had nothing involved with this. So, hopefully this is just the beginning. Hopefully more boycotts happen to these bigger brands that are supporting this crap. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below. Subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the Twitter account in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Thank you so much. Godspeed to all of you.